from you hear the voice. Alex Soers and the wife here. Come and find me. There is a home, oh golden city. Right mansion away spill in the sky. Oh, you can enter this golden city. Just repent and be baptized. There is a home, oh golden city. Right mansion away in the sky. Oh, you can enter the golden city. Just repent and be. There is a home, there is a home, there is a home. There is a home, happy paradise. We're safe, there is a home, there is a home. Oh. Just remember. Oh God, stand there. I want to bound for the better land, bound for the better land, bound for the better land. Oh yes, oh yes. Revival. Heaven is my Father's home. Heaven is my Father's home. Heaven is my Father's home. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Christ lead me through. No doubt, how that he went through before. No one into his kingdom come, but through his own open door. Oh God. Ay, 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 mama. Ay, 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 mama. Ay, 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 mama. I know my name. Oh, me Lord. Ay, in all my Lord's appointed way. My journey I pursue, in the Lord me not, for I am bound tonight in my wasteland. Good. Ay, 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 mama. Ay, 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 mama. I know my name, I know my name. Oh, me Lord. Oh, me Lord. Oh, yeah. I know my name, I know my name. Good. Ay, 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 mama. Ay, 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 mama. I know my name, I know my name. Oh, me Lord. Oh, me Lord. Good.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name's Sheldon Scott. A tired Sheldon Scott. And saying a special good night to each and every one of you listening locally, regionally, internationally. Saying a very special good night to my listeners out there in Carriacou. Yeah, notice I say out there. Yes, I'm back home. I spent most of the day in Carriacou today. Hence the late start tonight, yeah? Yeah. Say good night to my good friends at John's Unique. DJ, good night to you.
Oh, God, people, them a grow.
Yeah, watch. Let me just say good night to the whole of Carriacou. I hope you all are having my good friend over by the bus terminal. Good night to you. All of you who we met on the boat, who we met on the port, those of you that we met in Hillsborough and at different locations, I just want to say a special good night to each and every one of you. Gary, good night, bro. Good night to you and wifey. Yeah, folks, just making sure everything is everything. No, my sinuses decided to come back for the first time in a very, very, very long time. Yeah. And a good night to all of you listening via We Noise Radio, We Noise Television. I do hope that you all have had a fabulous day today and a good weekend as well. Huh? Lots of things took place over that weekend. Some good, some not so good. But lots of things took place over the weekend. And I want to say a special good night to all of you who have been reaching out, all of you from the Grenadian diaspora. Both those of you that came back for the carnival season and have been reaching out and so on. Yeah, we want to meet you, Sheldon. Come, we want to meet you and that sort of. I just want to say a special good night to all of you. Names are too many to mention. Yeah. Those of you who continue to make your donations, we want to say a special good night and thank you to each and every one of you. Those of you who have not yet made your donations, we want to encourage you. We had been planning to do a back to school, but I think we're going to put it on hold for now, yeah? But as I mentioned back to school, I know that St. Mark. Good night to you, Dr. Mayana. Yeah, Dr. Mayana Charles. She had a nice back to school out there in St. Mark, you know. Yeah, I wonder if I have, let me see if I have a little something on that, boy. Yeah, I might have a little something on Dr. Mayana Charles and the back to school that she did in St. Mark. Let me see if I can. Hey. Computer, what kind of thing are you doing here? You have no respect. Yeah? No respect. Right, oh, I thought you was playing the fool with me. Nice. Let's hear a bit from Dr. Mayana Charles here.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mayana Charles, NMP candidate for St. Mark, Sunset City. We have since completed our back to school drive for PD1, so that includes the community of Maran. We have also done for PD4, so we have visited Waltham, Riversally, Coast Guard, as well as PDs 5 and 6. So we have visited Lumperel, Duquesne, Ressource, Industry. We went up to Samaritan, Union, Fountain, Digopesa. So we are coming to a community near you next. And on Wednesday, we will be in Victoria and all the surrounding areas in Victoria, right? So that's the majority of PD 2 and 3. Also for persons from Grosse Pointe all the way to Victoria Bridge, get ready and join us on the Victoria Hardcourt on Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. to 12 noon. This is all about supporting education. We believe in educating our kids, but we also believe in providing them with the tools that they need to succeed when it comes to education. So we're here just giving back to our community, giving back to our kids, and supporting our families during the start of this new school year. So come on and be part of this back to school drive, and see you there. See you at your location.
All right, so those of you in St. Mark, remember Dr. Mayana Charles, the new National Party candidate, who will be putting some serious licks. I know the feel it is. I want to come in and bring people and talk about, oh, they go beat Mayana and they go beat NNP up there. Well, and joke all you make. Folks, the latest poll puts the new National Party in the driver's seat as we head into elections. Yeah. And most likely elections 2026, Yeah, it puts the new National Party in the driver's seat. So we saw a poll by Pierre Dunn and Associates, We saw that coming out over the weekend where it stated that the New National Party has the lead. Yeah? But don't go making victory lap and all kind of thing on that, Don't go patting yourself on the back and think we win already, We want a marginal victory. Yeah, we have to prove a point. The New National Party is a political institution. Not just a political party, it's a political institution. And as such, the New National Party has a responsibility to deal with some of them fake and them out there. Yeah? Would you like your constituency to be the one that doesn't come in for the column of the New National Party? Would you like to know that because you didn't get up and vote, or even more importantly, you didn't get up and work, that the New National Party lost by 1 seat because you didn't do what you needed to do? Would you feel happy? Would you feel comfortable with that sort of thing? Yeah? Would you like to know the morning after election that the NDC jumping up, they win another 5 years, they win another 5 years? The incompetent, arrogant group of individuals that currently form the government of Grenada, the ones who look at you as though you are nobodies, the ones who believe they can speak to you in whichever way they want to speak so they could cuss police officers, they could speak down to constituents, they can threaten you and continue to tell you that you ain't supporting them, you can't get this and you can't get that. And all you sit down there and let them trample on you and trample on all your constitutional rights. All you, yes, take it, you sit down there and allowing them to do it. Yeah? Don't think just getting up on election morning and going to vote alone will do it. No. There's a lot before that. This belief that, don't worry man, election morning, you vote sure, I'm voting for NNP. That is not the only thing. How many people have you brought to vote with you? Your vote counts. But you could make it count even more if you bring a 20 with you, you bring a 40 with you, you bring 100 with you. You can have the multiplier effect. Because your vote might go in the NNP column. And the 10 people that you could have spoken to, that you could have connected with, that you could have reminded of all the positive things that the New National Party has done for this country and all that it plans to do for this country. Those 10 people that you did not connect with could make the 10 people that vote against the party and make the party lose the whole election. Remember, in 2003, the people of Carriacou held on. And it is only because less than, I think was 10 of them, held on in Carriacou. It is why the New National Party was in office, to be able to face Hurricane Ivan. Other than that, Grenada would have found itself in a situation where we had an untested government. And we see the nonsense that the NDC administration between 2008 and 2013 did. Imagine if they had been able to pull it off. If those 8 people that somebody speak to, that somebody encouraged, that somebody picked up on election day and said, let's go and vote. If those people did not get up and make a conscious decision to vote NNP, we would have faced Hurricane Ivan with a group of incompetent people, Instead, we face it with the team that due to what the New National Party did after Hurricane Ivan, it created the blueprint for what is being done in other countries when they're struck with national disasters, be it earthquake or hurricanes and that sort of thing. It is why we now have CRIFT insurance. It is because of the wherewithal of the New National Party and how they worked after Hurricane Ivan. So when you consider that all you're going to do is that you're going to I could take the approach too, I could take the approach, I could decide, hey, but me and bothering to go and do no program, I'm going and fight up and do no program every night. I ain't bothering to go and do no research. I ain't coming and talk about nothing. All I'm going to do is get up and go and vote on election day. NNP no more vote, sure. I could take that approach. But where would that leave this program? Where would that leave us? Where would that leave us with a vacuum of information that we're not getting information? Where will that leave us? Other people could take that approach. They could decide, well, me ain't doing nothing, no, just staying home. When the time come, I go vote. Me ain't calling no calling program. Let them NDC call the calling program and we go deal with them, yeah. But when they're calling the calling programs, and their voices are the ones being heard, then you have some of the youngsters that hearing them and may start to gravitate towards their message because you hush your mouth and decide that you only going to talk when is election time. And I know to an extent I'm speaking to some of the church here, because folks do call here and speak. But there are others who can call. So I'm not speaking to those who does pick up the phone and call and say and give a contribution, whether on this program or our next program. I'm not speaking about those folks. I'm speaking about those of you who could do it. You have all you're looking for is excuse. You ain't looking for an avenue to get it done. You're looking for an excuse. Because you afraid a bunch of incompetent, infantile individuals who cussing police and messing up your country. You don't have the gastrointestinal fortitude to pick up the phone and deal with these individuals. And you could do it. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to, because you ain't getting nothing now. And they ain't going to give you nothing else otherwise. And if they come with something now, you and I and everybody with common sense who went to school and we parents pay for our education, all of us know why it is they come in and give you something now. You know why it is all of a sudden now they bring in the building material. You're asking 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. They now remember you in 2026. You know why. You're intelligent enough. If you wasn't intelligent, you wouldn't be listening here. You know why it is they suddenly realize that you need building material now. You know why the people that went and pick you up on election day and say, vote NDC, and they come and they come for you election day. You know why the first time you see them is now? When they're walking around with the hardcover notebook and the pen, and they come into you to ask you question about how you think things going in the country. You're voting, you know them. And I'm not saying don't participate in canvassing and polls and those kind of, I will never say that. The NNP does canvassing too. There are independent people there who do polling, and polling is very important. So I will not say don't answer them. But you know when those NDC canvassers coming around, you know why they coming around. You know why they come in and knock your door. You know why they're risking getting bite by brownie or blackie in the yard. Yes, every Grenadian village have a brownie or blackie. You know why they're risking getting bite by brownie or blackie. All of us know. Election coming. So they need to find an excuse to come in your yard. They need to find an excuse to come by you. Yeah? So it's good morning. Morning. Nay boy. 4 years, they are nothing to tell you. All of a sudden, there's a multiplicity of information that they need to divulge. All of a sudden, they have all of this information that you need to know that they must come and let you know now. All of a sudden, what was happening for the last 4 years? They was too busy jumping private plane. They was too busy flying first class, going to eat caviar and fish sticks. They were too busy out there eating Peking duck. Very busy. So they had no time to focus on you. But all of a sudden, they start showing up in front of your door again. All of a sudden, they know your name and they know your children. All of a sudden, they know you. It's come, they come in. They go knock your, they ain't go come and knock mine. They will not come and knock mine. Yeah? In fact, if they know my landlady, they even come in the yard. Forget me. My landlady better than me. You can't come in the yard. You understand? Wrong yard. Wrong yard. Don't feel like seeing them. I've been around this country for the weekend. And in fact, due to the fact that I went Carriacou today, it kind of completes the fact that I've been through every parish this weekend. And Carriacou, the only place I didn't reach is Petit Martinique. But I've been through everywhere else for the weekend. So I know what I'm saying. All of a sudden they're showing up, eh? So the poll says that the New National Party is leading. But we should not take that and study to make a victory lap. Because while you're making a victory lap, other people are plotting. Other people are plotting. And I'm going to warn you all again. Be very careful with the electoral system. Be very careful that the electoral system is not manipulated in such a way to give you a result that you do not expect election night in your area. If you don't pay attention to what's going on, if you don't speak up about what's going on, then there is no way for the party to be able to address it. Don't be there whispering that every time you go to register in St. Andrew Southwest, the office closed or the people inside there rude, out of place and disrespectful enough to ask you who sent you. They're damn rude. You can't ask nobody who sent you when you come to register. Whether it's there, whether it's in Carriacou, you cannot be asking people when they come to register who sent them. That's none of your business. And I will start sending people with recording devices to record you all doing it. Continue doing it. Just remember there are legal ramifications to what I'm saying here. Any of you all that go ahead doing that, asking people when they come to register people who send you. What do you mean who send you? And then all of a sudden, according to who send you, the internet ain't working. We into the final year of our government. You have the parliamentary electoral office. People are spending their bus money that the busmen want to see increased. But like government ain't bothering with them and that. People are spending their money to leave home. Sometimes take 2 buses because according to where you live, you may have to take 2 buses to be able to go and register. So people are doing that. Going to register, and when they reach there, internet ain't working. How internet could not be working in 2026? Listen, we all have our problems with flow. We may all say different things about flow. I'm one person don't have a problem with flow because you know why? If I have a problem with the internet here, 1 call and it is sorted out in less than 24 hours. All you ever see me have internet problems and off for a long period of time? All you ever see me have internet problems and I can't do the program, I can't do this, I can't do that. You all ever heard of that kind of thing? That is not flow. Yeah? So if you find you're with Digicel and you're having a problem, switch to flow. You're not encumbered to them. Switch. They're not providing the service that you need. This is an important national service that is denying people their constitutional right. Their constitutional right. That is what people have, a constitutional right to be registered as electors in the state of Grenada. And you cannot be placing obstacles in the way of people getting registered. So if the internet giving problems, in St. Andrew Southwest, I'm calling all you out tonight. If the internet giving problems, isn't that something that could be solved within 24 hours? Why is it people have to be making different visits and our office closed? People can't go and register. People asking you, well, who sent you? You're damn fast. You can't ask nobody that. You're out of order. And any of all you continue doing it, I'm going to expose it. Because I am warning you all now, I will be sending people with recording devices to record you all saying it. Continue doing it. Continue doing it. And I ain't making an allegation and saying it happening in some of those constituency offices where they're registering people to. I ain't making no allegation here. I ain't saying it is alleged. I'm saying it happening. If all you don't like what I say, take me to court. The court is for all of us. I'd love to have the avenue to get some disclosure in relation to certain things. So take me to court. Are you playing all your bad? If we do not pay attention to what is going on, and those of you who, when you go to these offices, you meet them either closed or they say there's an internet problem or an issue like that, contact me. If you call, I don't send a text message because not all the time I can take a call. Sometimes on a conference, sometimes on different things, sometimes due to where I am, I can't take the call. So if you message, I could always respond to the message. Sometimes somebody might call, and due to what I'm doing, by the time I look at it, sometimes I ask people, sometimes it's 3 and 4 days, I just call back. Hey, I see I had missed a call from that number. I just call him back to see what it is. Because sometimes due to what I'm doing, it might slip out of the consciousness and I forget to call back. So send a message. I'll quicker see the message, I'll go back, I'm constantly checking messages, I'll see it. So if you call and you don't get me, send a message. But let us know what is going on. You can't have these situations going on where people going to register and people trying to figure out who sent them to register. So when you ask who sent you to register, you're basically asking, hey, is NNP or NDC send you? Nobody had to send them. They are Grenadian and they came to register. Mr. Supervisor of Election, check on your people that you have working in them places. I believe you's a good fella. I honestly believe, I would not come here and say it if I didn't believe it. I believe you, Mr. Atapia, is a good fella. But there are nefarious elements that if you do not pay attention to what they're doing, they will make your name bad. It's you that go get the bad name. Pay attention to what is going on. If you have to send a memo and tell them this question should not be asked, make sure and send the memo. They can't ask that question. And there are other little niggling things taking place in some of these offices. You people going multiple times to register. The internet down. The computer don't work in. What kind of nonsense are they talking about? Is the election we head into? Might I be able to tolerate that after the election in 2022, even in 2023? And still we shouldn't even have to tolerate it then. Because people must have the opportunity to register whenever. Once they are able, they should be able to register. Once they have attained the age of 18, they have the proper documentation, they should be allowed to register. You can't have these things taking place. Nonsense. Come on, man. Let's fix that. Fix that, fix it, and fix it soon. Yeah? Fix it and fix it soon. Can't that kind of nonsense. And when all you go to register, when you bring your children to register, when you bring anybody else to come and register, and you are met with these challenges, call me and let me know. Call me and let me know. You can't get me, call the NNP main office. Let them know this is happening. That you bring people to register 2-3 times and this thing is taking place. Whether it's in St. Patrick, East and West, or whether it's in St. Andrew, Southeast or Southwest. Whether it is in St. Andrew, Northwest, because we don't have we eye on that office already. Remember they make the change there. All of a sudden they find it was necessary to make a specific change in that particular office. At a time like this, they find here they needed to make a particular change there. Yeah? So you want to know, if these things are happening to you in different places, let us know. The only way we could deal with it is when you let us know. Talking about it and saying it's happening, they could come and say everything I say is a lie. And if I cannot produce people that have been through that, if I cannot produce evidence, they go win, isn't it? We can't let them win. All you want to go through the next 5 years of this? You all want to go through another 5 years of this? That people only realize roads need fixing when they're about to call the election? That's the only time they realize road need fixing? That a project that was supposed to have been completed 3 years ago, just nearing completion, the Cliff project, and they want to beat their chest on that like they do something amazing. 3 years ago that was supposed to be completed, that the Molyneux project still cannot be completed. That the River Road project ain't even seeing any attention. They bothering to walk through Dabo, walk through all these places, Lucas Street, all over, looking for vote. But they ain't studying the River Road project. They want to have that conversation. They don't want us to speak about these kind of things. All you want to go through another 4 years of that? That is all you like all yourself. All you can't like all yourself if that is all you want to go through for another 4 years. All you really do like all yourself? No, I have to say it like that. Yeah.
Mr. PM, sir, I hope you listen to me. I'm not your enemy, just the voice of the people.
Stay there and feel I don't know what I'm talking about.
Last year enough people said give you a song.
If you don't pay attention, these people will thief the election. The polls are showing one thing, showing the NNP in front. But if you don't pay attention, these people will thief the election from under you. And you can't blame the NNP as a political organization. All of us have work to do. The Honorable Emlyn Pierre is doing what she needs to do as the political leader of the party. She has different people in different committees that are doing what they need to do. But if me and you, the people on the ground, not bringing the information back to say, this is what taking place, that is what taking place, so that you could effectively change and adapt to deal with it. If we just want to shoo in different corners, well, that's the third time I go to register and they are nobody, I don't bother to go back. What madness you talking about? That is something that could be challenged legally. You have a right to be registered, and then they're going to call election and say, okay, you only have a day to go or a few hours to go and register. And then everybody, no, but me and bothering. That is what they're looking to do. Meanwhile, they know that during the homecoming, they make sure and they get their people registered though. During the carnival, and all now while we talking, they make sure they get their people registered though. But every time you go, the computer ain't working. The camera don't good. The internet down is some kind of excuse. In 2026, is some kind of excuse. The same way they could find money to be flying all over the country, they could find money to sort out the electoral system. Same way.
On a hill, the teachers and the man knees tired fret, and the nurses say how they live to regret. The healthcare conditions is over.
So I know everyone is glad to see some road work finally. Emlyn Pierre, Dr. Keith Mitchell, I mean the whole NNP squad, Kate Skeeter, Louis Peters, Dr. Clarice, Honorable Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox, yeah? Senator Dwight Horsford, Senator Mayana Chatz, for the last how much years had to be begging these people to fix road. All you remember what's going on this time last year? Begging them. So now they come in, after they create a situation, they come in like saviors, playing that they're fixing some roads, so they're doing something so good. The Cliff project should have been completed since about 2023, not nearing completion in 2026. The Molyneux project should have been completed. Up to this day, it is not complete. Let me repeat, the Molyneux project is not complete. The River Road project has components 5 and 6. They have to do the bridges that the Prime Minister 3 years ago promised us the bridges here in Grenada. They've arrived. They're here at a fraction of the cost. We still can't see bridge. We can't see abutments. We can't see bridge. The road itself is supposed to be repaved. Nothing. Nothing. And they want to try and convince me that there's a bunch of people doing what? All of a sudden they need votes, so they come to try and do something to blind stupid people. But they can't blind me. And I know they can't blind you. Stupid people, they go catch with that. Dunce people, they go and get to be calling program. Oh yeah, you didn't see work the government doing real work. You didn't see work they're doing. The government working. Yeah, that's now they know they have to work. Papa, yo.
It's ringing out everywhere. Still waiting for you say something to we.
And very interesting, folks. We did see a release last week that the Prime Minister is out of state, that the Prime Minister has gone to Spain, and from Spain he has gone to Qatar. And that he's supposed to, I wonder is the press release. I should have the press release here, you know. Yeah, and that on that trip he is carrying, let me see what he's supposed to be carrying with him there. Yeah, watch how I go get myself in trouble tonight, eh? I seen it, Ollie. Yeah, watch myself how I go get myself in trouble tonight. Yeah, the Prime Minister visits Spain and Qatar. Yeah, that press release day. Let me see if I could download that one. Nice, right? And open it day one time. Right, good. So it says here, and I'll pull it up as usual. Prime Minister to make official visit to the state of Qatar. Yeah, Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell will lead his delegation on an overseas mission with engagements in Spain, followed by an official visit to the state of Qatar from August 13th to 19th, 2026. So that's up until Wednesday, isn't it? Nice. While in Qatar, Prime Minister Mitchell will engage in a series of high-level meetings with ministers, senior government officials, and other key stakeholders. The mission reflects Grenada's commitment to expand its international partnership and fostering stronger strategic cooperation with both countries in priority sectors that contribute to the achievement of its national development goals. I know why I'm reading it for all you, you know. Let me see if I could widen that a bit. So nice. Yeah, that's why I like that touch screen, and it does work nice. The Prime Minister will be accompanied by Minister for Finance, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, who was lining up until Saturday, Ambassador Andrea St. Bernard, same thing, Mr. Damian Dolland, and Consul General Zia Rahman. Yeah? So who is Mr. Damian Dolland, sorry. Damian Dolland? Who's that person? Another Dolland again? Anyway, right? That is the same Dolland who in tourism and thing that didn't do a declaration to the Integrity Commission, or that is another Dolland? But anyhow, key areas of engagement, discussions during the visit will focus on funding for Project Polaris, Project Bush. Yeah, they're looking for, yeah, you remember, they kind of say it could grow, maybe they're looking to make a weed farm in there. Maybe it's, maybe it's herbal medication they're looking to go into, because the amount of bush it have down there. Maybe it's weed they're going and grow in that area there. Well, it's agricultural land. You never know, they're going to plant high-grade weed down there. Energy cooperation, including renewable energy and hydrocarbons. Collaboration in sports and education. Enhanced coordination alignment, maybe in collaboration in sports and education. Maybe we're going to get some cricket batter again, boy. Enhanced coordination and alignment on voting positions and engagement within multilateral institutions. In other words, they go in and ask Qatar to buy their vote in the UN. When you see they put up all these kind of fancy words, and that's what I mean, you know. Enhanced coordination and alignment on voting positions and engagement within multilateral organizations. It simply means if Qatar want Grenada to vote a particular way, to hell what you and I as Grenadians think about it. Qatar giving a couple $1 million to Grenada to do this, and you vote that particular way. That's what I mean. There's no other meaning for that. Diplomatic exchanges and capacity building initiatives. But why? Are you just trying to writing or ChatGPT making all you stupid? All of this is diplomatic exchanges and capacity building initiatives. So after all of this, why you had to go and put this here? But again, it's ChatGPT writing thing for all you. Private sector development and investment cooperation. So what is this? What is this? It's the same thing. So look at that, take out these two. You see, that's why I can't add up. Jason Phillip, do your work. What's stupidness all you're sending out there? Honorable Lennox Andrews will act as Prime Minister on Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell's return. It told you, get a little blind. Does Mr. Handsome, toes get blind. Toes get blind as Prime Minister. Yeah, enjoy it, brother, because out of Parliament you're going totally just now. So enjoy a little blind as Prime Minister, but take a look at driving the van. You understand? Because it's out you're going. So enjoy it. Yeah? So folks, we have to understand what's going on here. First of all, let me take it from this perspective. One, you all find it very strange that 1 week after you discontinue global petroleum contracts and you exhaust everything that they have, that you find yourself in Qatar. And Qatar is a dangerous place to go right now. Iran threatening them because Iran is saying that in April, Qatar had shut down some of the planes and that the pilots, the 4 pilots are in Qatar right now and they're threatening them. So any minute now they can start to lob missile at Qatar. And our Prime Minister decided that is the best time for him to go for a state visit. Yeah, well, it's a state and he's visiting, so it's a state visit. So he's gone to a state visit in Qatar. It tells me something more in the mortar than the pestle. It tells me that we were sold a lot of gubar. Yes, ask your Hindu friends what gubar is. It comes from a cow, it falls to the floor, and it's not milk. All right? Yeah. But a whole load of gubar that we were sold as the reasoning behind what took place with the Global Petroleum Group. The mere fact that they forced to do a press conference during the height of the carnival season. You already had Queen Show and thing taking place. In the height of the carnival season, that they rushed to do that press conference with Global Petroleum Group at that time. And then before the old oil could finish wash off the streets in Karani James Boulevard, before the paint could fully come out of some Rastaman locks. Not this one, I didn't go in it. Yeah. Before the paint could fully come out, he reached in Qatar. But ask yourself as well, they did mention that he was going to Spain. And we have heard absolutely nothing about what he's supposed to be doing in Spain. All we know is that he has gone to Spain, but we ain't know what the Prime Minister is doing in Spain. What is he doing in Spain? Because we hear right now is like every time they had to go somewhere is a lime. So we hear is he partners and them. And Trevor and Teddy, they lime partners. Yeah? Trevor and Teddy, and look at, you could tell me, because there's the private plane all they went with, Trevor, Teddy, and the PM. No, not DPM. The PM. Yeah? Left on this particular flight. There's the plane, the private plane they take. What we want to know is who pay for it. Did the state of Grenada pay for this flight? Did the state of Grenada pay for this plane? This plane left Grenada on Thursday. Yeah? On Thursday, this plane, tail number T7ELL, left Grenada a little after 4 last week Thursday on its way to Spain. Mr. Cornwall was not on it. Let me repeat, Mr. Cornwall was not on it. And there are people listening to this program who can verify. Miss Andrea St. Bernard was not on it. There was another St. Bernard, but it wasn't Andrea. Yeah? And the other St. Bernard, as far as we the Grenadian people know, holds absolutely no diplomatic or governmental position. But it's not the first time that he on them private plane ride going all over the place. Me no friend with you, so me not afraid to say what I say. And it's true. I ain't lying on you. Yeah, so this flight, this plane, yeah, I could tell all you, was the company running the plane and all them kind of thing. I had all that information. But what they're not giving is who chartered the plane. So we are not sure if the plane was chartered by the government of Grenada. And this is a question. Was the plane chartered by the government of Grenada? Was it chartered by the Qataris? If so, how so? And if so, why is it that Mr. Dennis Cornwall and Miss Andrea St. Bernard ended up leaving the country on Saturday to go and join that mission? How it is that, and strange enough, Mr. Cornwall, I hear that you went to Miami. I thought you had no visa, sir. I thought you had no visa. How come you could go to Miami? I know you couldn't go to the IMF and World Bank meeting and them kind of thing. How you was able to go to Miami? And you don't have no visa? Because you have to go to Miami to connect to go over to Qatar and them kind of thing. Yeah, we know. But I didn't realize that you gave back your visa, sir. Or did you? Yeah? Did the Minister of Finance get back his visa? Because from what some of the people on the plane were telling me when they was going on the plane, Mr. Cornwall was there. I mean, Mr. Cornwall has a face that you don't really forget. So it is, I don't think they mix him up with anybody else. Yeah? So Mr. Cornwall, now if you get back your visa, glad for you, no, Papa? Yeah, I'm glad for you because finally you could go back to the world. We might be able to make the, where's the next meeting? The spring meeting? No, that's not the spring. The spring meeting done. I think there's have a meeting later in the year. You might be able to make that one. Yeah, you might be able to go Washington, D.C. for the World Bank meeting and them kind of thing and get a little money for us. Yeah, Mr. Cornwall? But they could have bring you on the private flight, man. They could have lay a line with them on that overnight to Spain, man, to Madrid. They could have let you get a little blind on the plane, man. Yeah? You can't only be Teddy and Trevor jumping on the private plane and going when it's time to go, man. You could have get a little blind too. But we need to know who's paying. And I think it's only fair to us that we, the Grenadian people, be told who is paying. Is it that we are paying for these flights? Giza, are you there? Giza, hit me a message if you're there. You might know how much it might cost for a private flight with one of those planes from Grenada to Spain and then from Spain to Qatar and then Qatar to Grenada. You might be able to tell me. I know you was in them kind of circles. Giza, wake up. If you're sleeping, wake up. I'm calling you out. Get up and talk to your boy. Let me know how much a flight like that might cost because we want to know if it's the taxpayers of Grenada paying for these private flights. That man going and lime and thing. Yeah? Because definitely, as far as we Grenadians know, one man on the trip at least is liming. It seems like there's an opportunity to lime. Because still trying to figure out which state board he represents or which diplomatic position he holds. And as far as we know, none. So if we are wrong, please inform us because this is not the first one that we see them kind of thing taking place. And it seems as though the preferred mode of transportation is private jet. Here, there, and everywhere. So if somebody pay for it, just say somebody else pay for it. We, the Grenadian people, will feel comfortable. You say, okay, somebody else pay for it. That is now we money pay for it. Prime Minister get a trip. Nice. And if we see the person who pay for it name pop up in anything else afterwards, then we may have a few more questions to ask. Yeah, we may have some questions to ask at that point in time. But for now, if it is simply a question of the Qataris, and if all they lie, we will know, because as I tell you, I have all the information regarding certain things. Yeah? Let us know. So one, do you not find it strange that a week after the GPG announcement is made, that all of a sudden they go into an oil producing country? And I have nothing against the Qataris. I'm just saying I find it strange that you had to rush to make the GPG announcement. You couldn't wait for Carnival to finish and the place to calm down and make the announcement. Yeah, because your announcement, you know what's going to come out of it. You know that those blocks are going to be tied up in litigation for the next 20 years. And you also know that those blocks are the only ones that they've actually found resources in. You know that. So all of a sudden you have that announcement and then you find that they find themselves in Qatar. And don't think because they go in Qatar is only Qataris to go meet. You might be very surprised to realize that that particular plane may find itself somewhere in Africa. It may find itself in Nigeria or Ghana. Don't be surprised that on its way to Grenada there's a pit stop somewhere on the west coast of Africa. Maybe in Africa's most populous country, Nigeria. Do not be surprised that you hear such has taken place. Yeah? And then we ask ourselves as well, in a situation like this, where is our Minister of Foreign Affairs? Because if he's going on a state visit and you're going for that level of discussion, I would think that if you have a competent, because for instance, when Dr. Mitchell was going to China to negotiate and get his houses and thing, he make sure he carry who? The Honorable Elvin G. Nimrod. May God bless his soul of blessed memory. He make sure he bring him with him. Yeah? So certain places you go in, you make sure you bring unless your foreign affairs minister somewhere more important doing something else, securing something. But all you find, we're hearing about the foreign affairs minister much. Yeah, like he in affairs foreign. We ain't hearing much about our foreign affairs minister, you know. Yeah. We ain't hearing much about it. Folks, open the phone line. 440-7377. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside for tonight. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside.
Take it to a different level.
Now, they don't even let me change when I come from Carriacou. Oh gosh, man.
And go have and the country. For those who don't understand, everything is a gala, and it's gala, and no gala, be a gala.
And remember, you can call us directly on 440-7377.
In Toronto, even
And you can call us on the WhatsApp on the same number.
no gala. But while they dining, partying, and they having fun, some people don't know where they next meet.
And to my loving listener up there in Six Roads, I was unable to make it to you today, but don't worry, we'll fix that.
And the other
I'll be around very soon again. You know, that's kind of popping unannounced in different places, yeah?
thing is gala.
I said this weekend I was all over, yeah.
Everything is gala. They even praising his sleepers. But I say I must confess, nowadays I cannot rest. I suffering.
Once again, 440-7377. So who's paying for these private flights? Who's paying for them? Are we the Grenadian people? Because we already having to pay how much we already have to pay how much money for our residents. When there's a prime minister's residence, we already have to find money on a monthly basis to pay for a prime minister's residence there. Yeah? We already have to find those monies. Now, you're paying for private flights when commercially you could have been able to go there. So the Prime Minister could have easily taken British Airways, Virgin, gone to the UK, British Airways, I don't know, Virgin still around? I think British Airways, right. He could have gone to the UK, and from the UK, if he had to go to Spain, he could have connected to Spain, he could have connected to Qatar. From Spain, he could have come back, connect through there, because that is what people do before. Yeah? But it seems as though, no, that's not the way that we do things again. Okay, we lost that caller. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Yeah? So yeah. Call. I give you a chance. Call back.
Oh, people frightened, afraid to talk. PA meeting with knife and fork. Dress in fancy clothing. Wedding Radisson jamming in.
Okay, so I see my good friend Fadu saying for that flight is somewhere around 18,750 to 37,500 US dollars per person. Yeah, per person for that damn flight. Papa, you.
Some people don't know when it.
We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
How you doing, my dear?
Hello.
Yes, my dear. How are you?
I'm not. I'm in sad mood.
Oh dear, what's the matter?
My brother died this morning.
Oh, accept my sympathy and the sympathy of all of us here on Talking Points.
Yeah,
Oh
my
dear.
brother died this morning, and it's only it's 3 of us that remain, 2 boys and 1 girl, and I the only girl that remain. So me and my other brother that is there now.
Oh dear. But you hold the faith. You hold the faith. Don't go and let your blood
Yes.
pressure go up there, you know.
Yes,
Because all of we come, but we have to go too. So I
Yes.
mean, don't go and let your blood pressure go up there.
okay.
But
alright.
I send something by Lindona for you now. I tell her make sure she give you, you know. Make sure when she see you, she give you a kiss.
You give Lindana something to give me?
Yes, a kiss. I send
no,
a
she
kiss
give
for
me
you.
No kiss, you know. I will deal with that. She on me right now.
Lindona hold me kiss back. What kind of thing is that? Hey,
Yeah, she there home. She there with me right now.
She better-
Sunday she was for the weekend. She
She
was
be-
with me.
she better hands up that kiss right now.
Yes, when she come, I will tell her.
All right, my dear.
Well, I keeping strong.
Yes, yes. And
Yes.
keep in touch. I know it does go sometimes when you have these things
Yes.
happening. Keep in touch.
They are listening to the program.
All right, my love.
All right.
You have a good
night.
one.
God
All
bless.
right, bye-bye. Yes, indeed, folks. And I think we have another caller. 944-07377. I think I missed it. Let me see if I get it. Yeah, I get it. And we have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hello,
Hi, good night.
the Sheldon program?
Yes, caller, you're live. Go right ahead.
Yes. Okay. Good night, Brother Sheldon.
Hi, good night to you.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Okay, I'm at the program.
Yes, yes.
I so interested. What I have to say is that we cannot. We
Oh, load the volume in the
cannot do
background.
things
Trade,
now,
the volume in the
pretending
background
that
trade you off.
is happening and trying to fool the people. But the Grenadian people definitely know that that is deception.
That
People
is-
already make up their mind to have this government of office because they have failed the people tremendously with their lies and deception. We have not seen leadership. We have never seen leadership at all. And thank God that the people have the eyes to see. So the LNP will be back in office. As quietly stated that we are leading in the polls. Thank God. I pray the day will come that Ms. Edmund Clare, that spiritual leader, will take charge of this country. We will support her.
Yes, indeed. We want a woman prime minister. 440-7377. That's a 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside tonight. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside tonight. Yeah? No, we are leading in the polls, but we can't take that for granted. Listen, politics, a man could be on the way to winning a seat today. He go and he do some stupidness tonight or something happen tonight. And by tomorrow morning, that man is the worst candidate out, you know. He can't win. Not even if everybody else drop out of the race, he's still there winning. Politics is a funny thing. Don't take it for granted and go patting yourself on the back. No, yeah, we winning. Yeah, we winning. But we have to work for it. We ain't getting it just so. By the sweat of thy brow shall thou. It didn't just come, just grow up out of the ground. It didn't just come to you just so. You have to work for the victory. Yeah? Work for the victory. We have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Let me just
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Sheldon, good night. How are you doing, man?
I'm more than good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Sheldon, right now, Greener, as a captain, stay in the ship. Sheldon, that captain is not a good captain. That captain has no idea of staying that ship. That ship in deep waters. And that captain has no respect. That captain has no love for the poor people going to compete. That captain is a selfish captain. He see himself and himself alone. And I say he and his friend to make money off the back of the poor people going to compete. We need a captain that is caring, a captain that is loving, a captain that is inclusive, a captain will bring development to the people going to compete. A captain will be that will say that we are all Grenadians and every Grenadian should benefit from whatever achievement Grenada get. Everyone should benefit. Not the captain we are presently only cares about himself and making a stupid statement. We ask himself the question, when you hear Prime Minister saying that kind of thing, Sheldon, you have to ask himself the question, is it the word jealousy? I like to believe they can jealous when they see among the achievement NMP making during the term in office. And they tell somebody he could do that. But you see, a leader don't only start just so you come from the sky. Firstly, to be a real leader and a good leader, you must have love and care for people, the poor people going to compete. And you cannot find that in this present Prime Minister. When the next election come, an MNP win, an MP win election, you will see a different. Grenada will be restored back to where it was before the last election. Sheldon, have a blessing.
All right, my brother. We will never see your leader fall, 'cause we love her the most of all. We don't want to fight to show our might, but when we start, we will fight. With peace and love. Yeah, sing the song. Yeah. Let her go ahead. Interfere with us. Oh, goodness. 4407377. I didn't know I was a whole Gary. I do.
People feeling sick, hopelessness have them weak, but are you only planting flowers like
So while they want to know who's the owner of the plane, it's not who's the owner, you know, it's who chartered the plane. I know the company that owns that plane. That's why I could tell all of the plane number. Listen, myself and another Talking Points listener and contributor was walking out of a particular venue and the plane passed over we head. The plane passed over we head and both of us made note of that plane, strange enough. And on further investigation, because there are open source ways of finding out different bits and pieces of information. There's a lot of open source information that's available. When I say open source, things that if you know what you're doing online, you could find out a lot of things. Yeah? So we know who owns the plane. We know the company that charters the plane. But the important part is who in specific chartered the plane. Yeah?
must be quick. What about Edwin Martin? You ain't wanting but
Yeah, that's what we want to find out. Who chartered the plane itself? Who was the company or individual that chartered that plane for the boys to go online?
you dismantle.
Because you tell us where you're going and do in Qatar, you tell us where you're going and do in Spain, and then to make it look like you're going and do a certain thing in Qatar, you go and you repeat for the last 2 points all that was already said in the same release. So listen, stop disrespecting Grenadian people. Listen, some parents went and they joke cocoa over hills and valleys like Buju Banton talk about. Over hills and valleys. The parents went and drove cocoa on their head to send them to school. Yeah? They went and they used to bring banana through ravine and up mountainside to send the children to school. And after they make them sacrifices, yeah? Or they want to come and disrespect the intelligence? Come man, do better than that. Stop that nonsense. We have a caller.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my dear.
Sheldon, if they only know that way they pass, you and whoever was there, they'd have never passed there.
Because the plane pass over we had.
Your mouth, their mouth bust up and it bleeding. They can't use toilet paper to wipe the blood because the blood can't soak through the toilet paper. It's dripping still.
You know the strangest thing is the plane was passing over.
Take care. Have a good night.
All right, my dear.
I love you.
Love you too. That's the strangest thing. You know. The plane was passing over and we said, oh, wait now. What flight is that? And then when you look, you realize, no, that had to be a private jet. Papa, yo, by later the night. 440737. We want to know who paying. And we want to know who paying. That's what we want to know. And we want to know how much. Who paying and how much. That's what we want to know. And if the person, individual or territory that's doing that has any benefit to get from the Grenadian people. Yeah?
It was only one.
Have they been promised any blocks of our territory regarding oil and gas? Is there any promise that is made to them?
And gone. I had no problem with the pension. That was okay.
Because somebody ain't going and spend hundreds of thousands of US to book a flight to bring you, to give you millions of dollars just so, without they having something to gain from it. These people are shrewd businessmen. You think of it for yourself. Is any country or entity so in love with Grenada that they are going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars US to bring the Prime Minister, to give the Prime Minister millions of dollars regarding something in Grenada without there being some sort of benefit to them? All I think is only the votes they're looking to sell. That's why you're going and sell Grenada votes in the UN and all kind of thing. No wonder when the Cuba issue, all of you that call yourself progressives, but finding yourself in the various crevices now of the National Democratic Congress, all of you that call yourselves progressive and revolutionary forces, when came time to vote to support Cuba, who didn't support them? Who abstained? The same person that playing is the new Maurice Bishop. The same man that playing is the new Maurice Bishop. And when they go now and they're talking about voting to the Qataris, they're talking about voting at the United Nations. They're talking about voting at other world bodies, but directed by those who pay. So they're selling Grenada vote. That's what Maurice and them die for, boy. And all you call all yourself revolutionary, and all you call all yourself progressive forces, and that is what you're encouraging? Joke all you're making, man. Joke. If Maurice had a grave, he'd be rolling in it right now. Joke all you're making. Yeah, serious. Joke all you're making with that. Right? Nice. 440-7377.
Education the patients can't get. And the more people
Want to know where is the Minister of Foreign Affairs? You go in Spain, you don't bring him. And the man does speak Spanish. So I would think that if you're going to Spain on official business at the state of Grenada, again, if it's on official business, because your press release just say you're going to Spain, it does not say that you're doing anything official for the state of Grenada in Spain. Maybe you just want to say you're going to Spain. You want to go on Espanol. Yeah, you want to go and speak Espanol. Habla Espanol. Yeah, you want to go up there and habla some Espanol. But the Minister of Finance speaks very, very fluent Spanish. So if you was going to Spain to do government business, I would have think you carry one of the two people who are very fluent in Spanish in your cabinet. One of them, you wrote the release in a way to give the impression that he is coming with you in Spain. He did not go in Spain because we know. Remember, we Grenadians is 133 square miles. All of we know somebody. And all are we related to people. So you think they have people on the plane who know us? You think you don't have people who was in the airport there and see what's going on that don't know us? So when Ms. Andrea St. Bernard and the Minister of Finance was heading to the flight, you feel they have people that tell us? Yes, did they? So how come you ain't carry the man that two men that could speak Spanish, you ain't bring them in Spain with you? So who was really translating for you over there? And there's another question I had to ask, because a certain brethren of mine was liming in a certain place. And a certain man was, and let me leave that alone for now. Let me do expose that one here. I will hold that one. Let me hold that one. I will hold that one still. We get another question I want to ask. Yeah? Another question I need to ask. Because something wrong. We have to ask that question. Yeah? 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you all to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. It is Talking Points. We are here for you.
Good night. Wow, wow. From the hills of Butchrove, a champion rise. With one thing in mind, to improve people's lives.
We want to know who paying for the private plane.
Faithful and kind.
I want to know how come it are certain people with no diplomatic role who have no diplomatic role. As far as we know, they are not attached to any state board in any senior position or anything like that. But like there's your lineman buddy, so you're going on lime on a private plane. Hey, yo, come, let me go on lime. That kind of thing, that is how we country being run.
They have a doctorate. People from there, people from far. What they want is a female prime minister. Someone who cares about the future. The diaspora wants a female prime minister. Oh, people from there, people from far. Want Evelyn there to be the prime minister. Little children, grandma.
And we have a caller on the line. Hello, good night.
Hey, Brother Sheldon, good evening, sir.
Hey, how you do?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
All right, you go right ahead, man.
And I know you're doing well.
Yeah, for the time being.
All right. Now, I'm just sitting here listening to you, and a thought came back to me that a few years ago, when the campaign started, right, the Cubans, they were big in our vocabulary. As a matter of fact, the Minister of Finance, it could be that he lost his visa because of his friendship with Cuba.
No, the statements he made caused him to lose his visa.
I'm not hearing it too well, man.
No, I'm saying that the statements he made caused him to lose his visa.
Oh, the statement?
Yeah. But go ahead.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So but what happened this time? What really, I'm not hearing you at all, but I'm just talking, okay?
Because I wasn't saying anything, so go ahead.
Yeah, so what really happened this time when the question was asked and the matter was put to vote? Why Grenada had to abstain? Okay? Is it because they're afraid that America would pull the rug underneath their feet and throw them to the ground? But how come that when the new National Party had formed the government, that the Right Honorable Kit Claudius Mitchell, everything I'm giving him, and his delegate, Minister of Foreign Affairs and so on, I think it was Sister Clarice at the time, went back to Cuba to restore the relationship with Cuba. So Cuba-Grenada friendship continued under Kit Mitchell, NNP. Right? But how come now That just flopped, and we were calling. They were calling on Comrade Morris Bishop. We miss you, right? Load the lights, take off, take off your phones and let's invite Morris Bishop's spirit to come back, and all of that. And we love you, Morris. Some of the same, as you said, so-called revolutionaries, right? What did they do? They honor and jump up behind that. Some of the said so-called revolutionaries was against Morris Bishop that period of time during the revolution and brought about the demise of the revolution. Now, the point I'm making is that after all of that had happened, we have rekindled relationship with Cuba. I don't think especially the intelligent human resource that we have in Grenada, who could have stood up, right, and fight back psychological war for Cuba. Now we had Grenada, America, China, even Taiwan at a time, Russia, and all these different countries, diplomatic relationship with them. Some of them bilateral relationship, right? America didn't shut down or didn't pull visa away from us, right? Because you see, the persons that we had in office, they were honorable people. They were persons of good stature, good, well-disciplined, well-experienced, learned people, even though we had some young parliamentarians among us. So I think that Grenadians would have to weigh all of these different areas and start asking themselves the question, why didn't we lose visas during that period of time? Why didn't we had the embassy in Barbados not giving us American visa to us? We had to ask ourselves all these questions. Do you remember Canada when Honorable Prime Minister Tillman Thomas went to Canada? Remember what they told him that the Grenadians who were in Canada need to do, right? So I don't understand why is it that Grenadians cannot open up their minds. I know we're intelligent, we're smart people. Finally, before I go, again I'm calling on the Christian community to not to vote for the NDC, right? Because of what they have done to their very own Pastor Lacret when he spoke the truth about the Lato situation. Well, we definitely saw now that was true, right? We definitely see that was true. But I know for sure that there are some smart, intelligent, God-fearing Christian people who have already decided, and I know them. I've known them. Finally, they have decided not to vote for a government that will not stand for truth and would not stand for righteousness.
So Pastor?
Yes, sir.
You know there's a hymn that some churches sing, I have decided to follow Jesus. Yes. I have decided.
That's a powerful song.
So you're telling me right now they decided not going to follow NDC?
Yes, they decided not to follow. And
right.
Watch me. I'm serious about what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've spoken
We're
to
going
some
to church
of them.
tonight. We're going to church. We're going to church tonight. I have decided to follow Jesus. We're going to church.
So they have decided to follow the way. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
They decide to follow the way because they realize now that what we had was fake. What we had was just mouthpieces. And they're still trying to, and I'm listening to some of them defending this kind of thing. So you're going to put Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell over the Honorable Parliamentarian Emmeline Pierre? Joke you're making. Think again, Grenadians. Think this brother, this dear Prime Minister is my relative, my family. Yes, he's my relative. I love him as a human being, and he knows that. We have very, very close blood ties. But the honest truth is, being a politician, for him, no. No. Somebody bought this dear gentleman. Somebody pay for him. Because I don't understand, he just appear in the politics. Right? Think about it again, brother. You better just turn around and give up this thing and just come on the side of NNP. That would be so good for you, Honorable Prime Minister. Have a good night, Grenada.
All right, Pastor, you have a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. No, I'm not singing the rest of the hymn. I'm telling you. All you Makeji place out fire tonight. No turning back. No turning back. Yeah? Yeah, you remember that part of the hymn? No turning back. We're not going back there. Not to this thing with these same set of people. No turning back. We ain't going there. Not another 5 years of this. No. When hairdressers complaining, I mean, in the best of situations, the worst of situations, women, especially all Grenadian sistrins, love to look good. Yeah? Whether they put on the little weave or the little braids or they go and they do the nice little plait and different things, they like to look good. And when you see some hairdressers complaining, you have to ask yourself, what really going on? We have a caller online. Hello, good night. Yes, my dear.
Pastor Sain was talking about it. But what the people, they just push the boy inside, because they wanted to defeat Dr. Keith Mitchell, because they say he's an old man. So they put a young, and they were stressing on it, They put a young boy to so what young boy could do. Well, young boy doing all kind of nonsense now. Young boy jumping plane, he don't tell nobody, like if me children, he might don't tell
let me lead children out.
So he really want to make you feel that he's the boss, because he said he's like a Jesus. And all this stupidness, he blaspheme and all doing all this kind. This is the reason why he's a playboy.
But every Sunday they want to play, they run into church now. They're the biggest church people now. They want to go and show up in church. 4 years he ain't showing up in church.
The thing about it is that he want to do in everything. Eh? What you're supposed to be in is to deal with the country affairs. That is what you have to do.
Look, Beryl mash up the country.
He don't say in church, If he come 5 minutes, he go in the next 2 minutes. He can't do it because he know the wrong things that he's doing. And God don't like ugly things. Mm-hmm. So he better check himself and feel young forever. He won't be young forever. So he better check himself. That is the reason why they push him inside. They don't see, he like, when you're playing draft, you're pushing and you're eating. You're pushing and you're eating. That's what's going on there. Have a pleasant night. Sometimes I don't want to call it, but sometimes I don't get angry.
Okay, my dear. I understand how it goes. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. Giza, good night to you, sir. I was asking about the Prime Minister has taken a jet from Grenada to Spain to Qatar. And then we assume that the flight will be returning from Qatar to Grenada, but we know sometimes it does end up in Nigeria and Western Africa. But it's supposed to return from Qatar to Grenada. Wanted to know how much that flight costs, brother. That's what I was shouting you out for earlier, Want to find out how much that might cost. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. And that caller gone. Caller, well, you have to call back. 440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, so Giza, that is what I wanted to find out, man. How much are a private jet? And no small jet, big business jet. And I ain't talking about no small layer jet. Big thing. Hey, Papa, yo. Hey, we want to know who paid for that. Yeah, we want to know. We have a right to know. Good evening, caller. Go right ahead. Hello.
Good night, Brother Scott.
Hey, good night, sir. How you
night.
doing?
Not bad. How was the carnival?
Quiet for me. Quiet.
Yeah, I tried calling you during the carnival, but like I realized you don't have time for that. You were busy.
Most likely I was sleeping.
Brother Scott, okay. I have been advocating to the people of St. Patrick West, St. Patrick East, and Grenada as a whole. I will continue to advocate to my people because I don't want them to make a mistake. Well, I'm glad to know I guess from the grapevine that they lose confidence in the Minister of Foreign Affairs who belongs to St. I heard so from some, but I won't base on that. Mr. Scott, I want to let Grenadians know that this National Democratic Congress people have no love for Grenadians, no love whatsoever, especially women. What they do, they just want to have their vote. So I want the people to be careful, young people be careful. They don't have no likeness for Grenada. They just want to stay there to make 2 terms, go back for another term so they could get a pension, but they don't have Grenadians. If you look at what is going on, when you watch Mr. Spear, there is no comparison with this present leadership. This lady always have a loving she had for people. Woman, young people, she love everyone. She always have a smile to greet the people. This present leader we have, you could see he have a plastic smile. That's not real. That's not real. This man not for the people. Yes, I want.
Sorry about that. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah.
The NNP did not fail to govern. The NNP did their job because a capable party, a capable government is just by mistake. Well, things do happen, but they did not fail. And by accident, we get these people get into office. But I want the people to know they are targeting young people. I understand they're saying that the young people are going to take bribery. I want that disrespect. So I want all my young people in my area, I will be speaking to them. Things bad, will take what you get, but study your head because after that, capo smoke your pipe, make a mistake. As how old people don't say, capo smoke your pipe. Don't ever think of voting for these people again because things going to be worse in Grenada. Young people, young boys, young girls who first-time voters are warning you. I was speaking for myself. I'm already retired, but I'm speaking because I want to see a good government for my children and grandchildren. This is what I'm advocating for, Brother Scott. So I want to thank you for listening. And I want to know, like, if someone have a $10 we from the country where we could donate it. I don't know. I live so far from.
We'll have to organize.
I don't know.
We'll have to organize something for the countryside. Don't worry. We can't
Yes,
leave you. We can't leave you all out.
Because smaller it is, because I want to keep my program. Because I realize it is one of the most informative programs. The people tell me it's through you. Most of them say through you they know what's going on in this country. Otherwise, well, you should know. So I thank you. I'll give some money. Thank you very much.
No problem, my brother. 440. I keep hitting the wrong button here. 4407377. That is the number for you to get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yes, that is the number for you to get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, nice, beautiful. Jerry Batiste, good night to you, sir. Folks, let me take this call and then I'll get back to that particular point I was about to make. We have a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Tito, what's up, bro?
Good night to everybody. Good night, Mr. Sheldon. Good night to everybody. Good night to my lovely minister. All time the first, always. You understand the first. But Mr. Sheldon, I just want to say thanks to everybody all the time, sharing and when I post up my road, because I post up a road that, asking the minister wrong, to beat us with that, because when we look at Lenka Road, what we do, you understand what? Because Keskita Lewis, my minister was in this politics thing for all this long time, and this short time, my minister come in office, and to see so much of things, so much of rules. So for she, I want to say thanks, but I have a real big concern. Trust me, I have a big concern, which is I have a very good supporter as well. All time go out and beat drum. You understand, for the NNP, matter what way the NNP did. And this guy he have a girlfriend. She kind of short-sighted or she blind, but she all time acoustic.
Hold on, partners. Yeah. Don't disrespect my boy. That ain't no girlfriend. That is the man's wife.
Okay.
Don't disrespect
I'm sorry.
Don't disrespect my brethren. That is his wife. And she's my good friend too. All right, go ahead.
Well, all right, well, thank you, and I'm sorry for that, right? And she's a very good She's a very good karaoke singer too. She just come out and she voice and you understand. But I have a concern because this guy is so much a good guy, and I really understand the NDC policy. You understand? I really don't understand the NDC policy. So come on now. Even if you give this guy a job, you understand? Because this guy is a security guy, is a very good security guy from all these years. He been working, but he ain't not fall under a company which is NDC. You understand? Which I don't call it no name, but is somebody from Grenville side. Is a seamstress. Is somebody who are sewing. You understand? When you look at who you giving this kind of contract and people who are already up. You understand? And this guy, all time being, all time dressing and being on job on time. This guy all time dressed, don't tell me, because I live in close to, he's my neighbor. You understand? And when the guy told me that, because I finally seen that guy home kind of regular these days, so I was like, hey, how come I seen you passing and dressing all the time, looking like police, all the time up and running? The guy tell me that he called the guy name, but I'm going to call the guy name. You understand? Look, he certain man who in Grenville. You understand? Was sewing is a seamstress. You understand? And he give him that job, but certain place NNP have meeting, he does busy like a drum, so sometimes he does ask for somebody else to take his shift, and sometimes he all time the beating drum. The guy say couple of weeks ago he just there and he just find a letter, you understand, with the money, and he get the mister telling me no longer have a job with the company because he's the NNP. Come on now. Come on, the lady short sided, and this is the deliberate. Even if you see the guy because everybody can be the same, because when NNP in power was just last election, I want to make it short. Last election was gone. Watch me, I tell you, first NNP people good, and NNP are good heart and good mind and good soul. Watch people who we know definitely is not NNP, I tell you. These people have road concrete in it that same day of election, and we never fire these people on them. So why you trying to, if you know I'm glad the Almighty God give me that skills there, so I really have to depend, so I could come out on the media and show me face, because I don't depend on government. You understand? I depend on myself and the people around me and who look for me. So I call in to the authority, man. Come on, nobody just seen after that lady. That lady just still try she best to make a cap it, and like a mat and like a thing, and you fire the guy. You understand? And the guy they home now. Oh God, man. Oh God. Anyhow, thanks, Mr. Sheldon. And have a good night. This thing hurt me so much, eh?
Of course, it will hurt anybody. Much, eh? All right. Yes, indeed. And that would hurt anybody to see something like that. That would hurt anybody, because I know of the individual he's speaking about, and that's the thing. People ought not to be firing you because of who you stand for politically, or use a NNP. And I tell you, the thing is bad. It's bad in our country. Yeah, it is bad. You have a person who depending on the seed for a child to send that child to school. All of a sudden, the city seed stop. When they call the person in the office in the background, one name is that? Don't bother them is an NNP. That is the behavior. All you want to go through 5 years of that again? And let me tell you, you taking yourself, they consider you are NNP. Even if you're putting on the NDC t-shirt and going behind them now, they consider you to be a NNP. And these people will come afterwards and still do what they had to do to you. They will still do what they have to do. They will still treat you in the same way. Yeah? They will still treat you in the same way after election. So don't make your mistake and play that you're going and vote for them election night. What's happened, Papa? You okay?
I'm scared.
Okay. You're scared? Okay, well, go on. You can sit down there. Yeah, he's scared tonight. You can sit right there. Yeah? Yeah, you can go and make the mistake and give a vote to these people. You can't do it. Because they're taking your vote and beat you on your head with it like what number 10 do. And some of you in St. Andrew Northwest know very well what I'm talking about. You know what it feels like to have your own vote beating you in your head. You know what it feels like. Because you see, they feel the vote is theirs. You went and you give them a vote, so they feel the vote is theirs. They don't know that, and I think that is why, possibly, in my own view, I'm giving my personal view here. Let me repeat, I'm giving my personal view here. I believe we have to move into legislation like Barbados has done after the last election. And that Trinidad has had a while now. If you run on a political party ticket and you are allowed to be elected to the House of Representatives on that political party ticket, and you decide to withdraw your support for that political party, you should also withdraw yourself from the parliament. I mean, on a moral level, you should know that from now and just do it. Nobody should have to come and tell you that. But then you're not always dealing with people who are morally incorruptible. Because for some of them to do the things that they have done, you have to know that they are corruptible. But if I get up on election morning, because I know people that didn't want to vote for number 10, but they voted because of the new National Party, they voted because of Dr. Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, they voted because they like other people in the NNP, but they didn't like that individual for themselves. But they decided to give them the vote. And when you see those sort of things, you have to know that, hey, probably we need to look at legislation that says if we vote for you and we vote for you to be the NNP representative, you can't take we vote and go and be the NDC representative. So you'd have to look at the Constitution and see what is the leg room inside there and see if such a law could be put in place. Seriously. Because remember, the political party pays for your paraphernalia. You don't pay for the t-shirts. You don't pay for the posters. You don't pay for the flags, the banners, the rallies, the meetings, all of these things. All of that comes out from the political party. And the donations that people like me, the donations that people like you, even if you're not in the constituency, when the party has a fundraiser and you take your $5 and you go and you buy something, that is your money that is going into that person's campaign. And after that person eat with you, after that person drink with you, after that person has used you, they go and take your vote and bring it somewhere else? No, that can't continue so. My personal belief, change the law or add a new law. Yeah, that is my personal belief. That is what Sheldon Scott believes. I believe that take them out, when they do that, go. Other than that, you go in the back bench. You either stay with your political party and you go as a backbencher, or if you want to leave the political party, it ain't no going independent. It ain't no you're going on the next side and join nobody. You should be going outside the parliament. Because if you're so strong and you're so brave, you should have let a by-election happen, as you see happening in other countries. In fact, I believe Dominica announced a by-election sometime soon. There was one in Antigua just before the general election. There was a by-election there. Just before the general election in Barbados, there was a by-election taking place. In fact, a good friend of mine that won it, Chad Blackman, won that particular seat. So, my personal belief, if them kind of thing happening, the persons who are involved should leave. Go. You want to go? Go. But go fully out the parliament. If you're bad, go and run independent. Or go and run on the ticket of the next party. Yeah? Although me and all you and Tanti Glow making it out. 4407377. We have a few minutes remaining. 4407377.
Little children, grandma and grandpa.
Tomorrow night I got to read some stuff from the Consumer Price Index for you.
Evelyn could talk.
There's some interesting information in the Consumer Price Index, yeah.
Her mind real sharp, she should be running this state. A woman of faith, her tolerance is so great. She does compensate when people illiterate.
So I'm seeing here, if Grenada pays for that plane, you're talking about between 50,000 and 100,000 US dollars, or possibly a little more. Yeah, wow.
Say what the hell you want. Only this guy.
We've got a call on the line. Hello, good night.
Clock it.
Clock it, my friend. How you doing?
Not too bad on you.
I'm fine. There's a sinus dripping. I don't know why.
Yes, sir, I want to show something tonight. I want to thank the fisherman that went out today and rescued them guys that was missing since Friday. Mr. James and Mr. Nanu, I want to give them hands up to them. That rescued the two fishermen today. Hands up to Mr. James and Mr. Nigel. May God continue blessing them and bless you too, Sheila, and you have a blessed night.
Well, here the thing, yeah. When I saw who the fisherman was and I see Jabone is one of them, I say if it's one man, you go here missing out there and they'll be able to bring him back. Well, you go find the way back somehow. It's Jabone, you know.
Yeah,
I said,
I said that this morning too. I said Jabone don't like that, man.
Yeah, if it's
Jabone
one man, I know of Jabone a lot of years now, and I say if it's one man, even that fish market, you know Jabone was involved in putting down the foundation of that fish market, huh?
Yeah.
He was the diver that was dealing with some of the work around that fish market, and so the Jabone helped build that fish market, you know.
Yeah. And today when they came and I said, well, I'm going to go and read them and so on. When we see the Coast Guard coming up, I said, what are they coming here and do? But said, I don't know me again fire, you know. Because they said that two boats went out Sunday and look at them guys and them. When they go to the Coast Guard, man, tell them, I don't go down there. Because what down the bar. When I say, I'll have big Coast Guard, men out the sea missing, fishermen out the sea missing, 4 days. I'll not go down there, I don't come down and say, I don't went down there. I said, I don't come here for props. I said, I don't got no props. Because I don't do no work. I say, why look come down to now? So I ask people questions, but they say, no, then two guys say, me, I don't say I want to give them information about it. I ain't give them nothing. They feel so embarrassed, they go upstairs and get information and people upstairs and whatever.
But in fairness to the Coast Guard and them, the men and women in the Coast Guard, they could do the work. But if you're not equipping them, if you're not providing what's supposed to be provided for them, they can't go.
6 and 7 and 8 miles outside, 10 miles, and they go in and they come back and say they don't see nothing. Look at fisherman go this morning.
Yeah, you know if them Coast Guard,
they get the guys and them on car.
You know how much fuel them Coast Guard men gain? You know, listen, the situation with Coast Guard ain't as nice as some people may think it is, you know. Them people working in Coast Guard going through hell, you know. I could tell you that for a fact. I have heard stories. They're not having an easy time in the Royal Grenada Coast Guard. They're having a problem. It's a problem. And then there's this next thing that's done, that sometimes you have somebody who is trained in the Coast Guard, and then they rotate them and they put them in fire service or they put them over to call traffic and that kind of nonsense. A lot of them thing have to stop. Them you can't be doing that. You know, so there's a lot of problems taking place. I'm not defending them as much as telling you what is really taking place with them. There are a lot of challenges, and we recently heard the Prime Minister speak of purchasing a boat. They intend to spend $20 million to purchase a boat.
No,
Yeah.
not 20 million, Sheldon, $52 million.
Well,
and he said that
maybe in
he was
EC
borrowing and he was begging, taxpayer money pay for it. I was on the thing when they launched the Blue Marine thing, I was there.
Right. So they're saying they're going to purchase this vessel. And the thing is, purchasing the vessel is one. Training for your officers, stability for the officers, facilities for the officers, and so. And how, you see, Trinidad tried to do that years ago and it ended up in a sort of confusion. You don't just buy a vessel. There's a whole network that works along with that vessel to make it work at its optimal capability. So just saying you're going and buy a vessel is one thing. But what is the entire chain, the entire system that's being put in place to work along with that? But I ain't telling them how to do their work. All I'm saying is that is what needs to be done.
Inshallah.
All right, my dear.
Well, you have a blessed night.
Yeah, and you
and
have
may
a
God
good one.
bless you and keep up the good works and continue sharing the good news so then people could hear that what's going on in the country. Because we don't know what's going on in the country unless we don't say nothing. If we don't go on a program, so we don't hear not going on, you know.
Lord.
Because people bother with their more close mind, they have other gripes and they don't say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, my dear. You have a good
All
one.
right, have a
All
nice night.
Yeah, man. When I see his jawbone the same, I say, what if it's one man? I could sure tell you that he getting somehow he find it, he keeping up until they get him and he coming back, there's jawbone. Yeah, if it's one, I know him. Me and him never interact on that level, but I know him, I see him in operation and thing before. And I know if it's one man, go fight and make sure he come. But there's a larger issue here. And friends, it's a larger issue that I know that the New National Party, and when you do see the New National Party puts out their manifesto, you'll understand in broader terms what I'm speaking about. Too many times. You know how many people have been missing for the last couple of years that have gone out to sea and just never come back, from young boys to elder fishermen. I mean, you've seen so many people that have gone out to sea and you just never hear, you just say lost at sea. That's the end. You just hear lost at sea. We don't hear anything about them again, nothing again. I know there was several from like Subi's Marquee area last year and even this year. There have been people that went out and have been missing and have not been found. And we do sympathize with the families of those folks who have gone missing over the years. But we can't just sit down and say buying a boat go fix the problem. Buying a boat ain't fixing no problem. The United States will tell you about integrated security systems. Yeah? And how you integrate one asset as part of a broader security system in order to achieve specific objectives over a period of time. The New National Party is the party with the plan to deal with things like this. We can't have mothers here, just the son gone out to fish this morning and they just never see him again. I don't think it's 1, 2, or 3 of these that we've had. There are many. We cannot continue along that line. We must have a system, even if it is, in fact, let me not even go into the details of that, because next thing you'll see, they try to take it and put it in their manifesto. But the NNP does have a plan for things like this. You will hear about it from people like Mr. Alvin Dabrio and so on. Yeah, you will be hearing about it. Right? And folks, before I go, I just want you all to know that this Saturday, we're saying a very special happy birthday to a very special lady. This Saturday, we shall be saying happy birthday to the Honorable Emmeline Pear. And we'll be doing that as well. She'll be having a meeting in Telescope Junction that starts at 6:30. So it's going to be a happy birthday. And it's going to be a meeting at the same time. And they're going to be so 6:30 this Saturday, Telescope Junction. All right? I'll be giving you some more information regarding that over the next few days. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here. In everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, folks. Each one bring 10. Each one bring 20. We gone past the each one teach one. Each one teach 20. Each one bring 20. We have to bring them out. There are people going around and they're trying to convince the people that right now voting for the new National Party. There are people going around trying to convince them to vote for them instead. Put an end to it. Secure your future. We cannot take another year, much less another 5 years of the NDC administration in this country. Our country will be fini. 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 Yeah? We have to do what we have to do. Folks, I am out. Do enjoy the rest of your night.
Endorsing the Honorable Evelyn Pierre for the Southeast constituency. This lady, she's like a mother to we. Yes, this lady carries nothing but royalty. Yes, this lady, I am sure that she got her back. And if you don't believe me, then sit down and listen to facts. Honorable Evelyn Pierre, we know you have done your best. All when times get rough, with others putting you to the test. Sometimes you took it up on your own, trying to make everyone feel at home. Sending young girls back to school, education the master too. Sewing classes and other programs, prepare for the future which is to come. So once again with royalty, Honorable Evelyn, well done. Cause this lady, she's like a mother to we. Yes, this lady, she carries nothing but royalty. Yes, this lady, I am sure that she got her backs. And if you don't believe me, then sit down and listen to facts. You can see her in the communities, mixing and having fun, playing with the children, skipping rope and bouncing ball, visiting children in the school, meeting farmers out on their farms, helping mothers with the seed program. Every child get the chance to learn. And if you have a little problem, I am sure Miss Pierre you can tell. But she is like a lawyer, counselor and mother as well. Now take these things to consideration, and you will see what we mean. When I say Honorable Evelyn Pierre, she is a royal queen. Cause this lady, she's like a mother to me. Yes, this lady carries nothing but royalty. Yes, this lady, I am sure that she got her back. And if you don't believe me, then sit down and listen to facts. Now still I've got some more I can tell, cause she loved the elderly as well. And I know from that she'll never part, the closest thing to her heart. Always willing to listen to people. Oh yeah, she got a listening ear. That's why we can boast today and say we know that she really care. Now people no more in darkness. It's still a program that happened too. There's much more that I can say, but I leave a few things for you. And perhaps we put that together. Promise me you really came true. A woman so strong and brave should be the next Prime Minister too. Cause this lady, she's like a mother to we. Yes, this lady carries nothing but royalty. Yes, this lady, I am sure that she got her back. And if you don't believe me, then sit down and listen to facts. This lady, this lady, this lady, this lady.
Mr. PM, sir, I hope